What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Things I've Learned to Find Happiness. I'm your host, Jay McCray, aka Josh McCray, and I cannot wait to talk about this episode where we talk about energy levels and do they really matter when it comes to happiness, or can you just feel super lazy and actually be blissful? We will talk about my experience coming right up. Thank you guys so very much for visiting my series, and I cannot wait to share some cool things with you guys today. My mission of the series is to give you tips and tricks I've learned along the way to actually find happiness and things that may actually work, hopefully not just for myself, but for others like you, everyday people as well, so that you guys can find just a little bit more happiness in your life as well, or if not, hopefully the whole enchilada, all right? So welcome to Our Love, Our Journey, and this is my series on things I've learned to find happiness. All right, guys, so gosh, guys, I've been doing so much thinking and trying to process and trying to figure out like what is the best way to really help all of us get more happiness, guys. And here's the great news I found there's some steps along the way. I talked about this in previous episodes, guys, but this is such an important thing because I realized that there's actually steps to this. And I realized, guys, when I am in a sluggish state where I just feel lazy and just not good, right? So this can be after eating junk food, this can be after going out like drinking or whatever it is for you, okay? Whenever you're just not feeling good energy levels, I realize, guys, when my body feels like that, my thoughts tend to align with how my body physically feels. And so it was making it so much harder for me to actually get in that the mindset of where I want to be when I feel sluggish and like crap. Now, for some of you guys, this may be like, duh. For some of you guys, this may be like, just like it was for me. But, in my experience, I've learned that my thoughts really align with my physical state of my body. And I'm gonna share with you guys 7 tips that I found that actually work for me to get my body in that peak state. So I'm gonna share them with you guys. And then I got a nice special bonus tip at the very end I'd love to share with you. So stick to the end to check it out. All right, guys, so we're gonna make this short, sweet, and to the point. All right, so step number 1 is don't sit so much, especially after a workout, I found. So especially during your workout, of course, you should be standing up as much as you can, in my opinion, as a trainer and as a fitness enthusiast. But then after your workout, guys, if you can have something where you go shower, you go make food, you clean the house, especially anything that's productive that you can do standing, such as cleaning the house, works so well because I've noticed, guys, my depression and things will come along as I sit down more, right? So it's like when I'm standing up, I feel okay, especially when I'm in movement. But when I sit down, my depression and anxiety kicks in. Now I just want to eat food to get me out of the anxiety, even though I'm not really hungry. I might think I am, but it's actually my anxiety. So my tip is as soon as you feel that sluggishness kicking in, guys, stand up, don't sit down, and just start moving. I don't care what you do, just go make the bed. That's your go-to move, okay? Start there, and then you might get that dopamine spike, and then you're gonna be like, well, what happens if I just clean the floor? Well, let me pick up these hats over here, and then let me pick up these socks. And then you realize you just start feeling better and better, okay? So that's number 1, okay? Number 2, this is very similar to number 1, but I still wanted to break it up in a separate section. And what it is just movement, as much as you can get in the day. So if you have a spouse that's typically grabbing you water, finding the remote, letting the dogs out or whatever, they're actually winning in the end, okay? Because they're getting more movement throughout the day, which gives them more room for endorphins and for that amygdala to kind of quiet down. So forward movement, guys, if you can do everything yourself and don't have anyone else do it for you, the more small things you can do throughout the day, watch how much better you feel, guys, and watch how much happier you feel every day, right? You guys know when you clean the house and you just feel so good and you're like, I could actually clean more when it's done. Well, guys, it's kind of that same thing, but if you're doing this every day, throughout your day, you're feeling really good. I think depression and all that, at least in my experience, and anxiety, it comes from the absence of movement, not actually moving. It's pretty hard to be depressed when you're moving, in my experience. Okay, guys, number 3, of course, no one wants to hear this. I don't even want to say it, guys, but working out does freaking work. Like, think about how you feel, guys. So check in with your body. If you're feeling sluggish and all that, and just the first few tips I said aren't working, you probably have to work out. And in my experience, cardio is enough to get your brain chemistry in the right place, okay? And I think all you need is about 10 to 20 minutes. I would say 10 minutes is enough when you're just really not feeling like it, then just step up the speed a little bit more. But if you go a little bit slower speed, I would say 20 minutes of cardio, that's enough to get the job done, at least keep my brain chemistry in the right place. And ironically, if you do a 2 a day, so if you have a bike at home or a treadmill, if you can do 20 more minutes at night right before your last meal, I think even better. But if you can start your day with a workout, guys, that really does kind of get everything moving and kind of get all that lethargic, kind of depressing, anxiety, energy away for the most part, okay? All right, guys. Now, here's an amazing tip, guys, that not many people do that I believe will help you so much. Is number 4 is going to be the Wim Hof breathing method. Now, guys, if you're not able to work out, this is the best way in my experience so far to reset your physiology and really kind of get you in a nice, even kill place where you feel calm but focused, and you feel intense, and you just feel like your energy levels go up. It kind of gets rid of that lethargic feeling for me almost every time. I'll feel like moving at least 25% more every single time I do this breathing. So if you guys cannot get a workout, the Wim Hof breathing method freaking works, guys. It works. Now, if you can do the workout with the breathing method, you're really setting your physiology up for a really good day and for happiness with more happy thoughts from being in a happier foundation, I guess you could say. So hope that helps. If you guys do need some tips on that, I have done my own video on my kind of tweaked version that I feel works a little bit better, but you can also just search Wim Hof breathing method in YouTube anywhere and you'll find it. He'll walk you through it. I would suggest the one with Lewis Howes where he's walking him through it. I think that's a very good video. Just follow along. Okay, guys, now number 5, actually, it sincerely does pain me to say, so I'm so sorry to say, but guys, freaking food, the food you eat. Now, guys, I figured out that like the more naturally water dense food, the less hard a strain it is on your body, unless you cannot digest fruits very well, for example, and then you get bloated, okay? But I would say the closest food to being alive and unprocessed and just raw, the better, guys. So I would say anything that's not too tough to digest. So I don't really like celery or things that are, nuts and things like that. I think they're just too hard to digest and they'll bog the system down and you're gonna feel tired from the stress of the digestion. But I think things like watermelon, grapes, strawberries, those are freaking great. Watch the difference you feel after some of that as opposed to a bunch of dry foods, because the dry foods, guys, your body has to get water. It goes in dry and comes out wet. You know how much water that takes to digest all that and how much energy that takes, guys? It's extremely energy demanding. So I think that anything you can do to, as long as you're able to digest and process fruits, water-dense fruits, especially strawberries, the 3 fruits I just said, I would strongly recommend going for those. Just pay very close attention to bloat. If you notice you are bloating, you're gonna have to probably ease into them, okay? And please feel free to message me with any questions regarding that. I'd love to help. Okay, guys, number 6, guys. Now, this is one that it took me a while to warm up to, no pun intended. You'll see why I said that in a minute. But I would say, guys, cold showers is a very, very good way to reset your physiology, okay? So now this is one of those from kind of geared toward more of the high achievers, but people that really want to freaking get out of pain. But cold showers work, guys. They really do help, okay? So I wouldn't say any one of these is like all or nothing, but I would say I'll go over the order actually at the end, actually. But so I wouldn't say any one of these is like the magic pill, but this is another great one where you can throw on top and get yourself a really nice leap in toward the physical chemistry that you want, or the physiology that you want, okay? So cold showers, guys, if you can't do cold, just do lukewarm. And the one big kicker that's really worked for me and helped change my life is doing it before bed. I know it seems like you won't be able to sleep because the cold, but trust me, you can. So I would say cold shower before bed every night to kind of wash away some of your physiology. It actually does freaking work. That's my experience. All right, guys, and the last, number 7, guys, and this is like, if all of the things we said above just don't work, guys, then at the end of the day, you're just probably not moving enough. So I would say do the things physically that you don't want to do. So as soon as you're feeling lazy and you're like, nothing sounds better, laying on the couch, eating Cheetos, Doritos, and watching TV, if you really feel that way and your body's pulling you toward that, that is the time to get up and just move. Just keep doing something physically you don't feel like doing, guys. And that works for me just about every single time. The more sluggish you feel, the more reward you will get, mark my words, from getting up and just moving. Just keep moving until you feel better. That's it. If you have something you can work out with, do a 5-minute freaking bike ride. It will work, right? Or 5 minutes on the treadmill. It will help, guys. And then you're gonna notice, guys, once you do all these things, the momentum really, really gets going, really strong. So give it a couple days. The momentum will pick up and then you're gonna feel more energy for longer throughout the day. All right, guys, I got 2 more bonus clips for you guys since you guys stuck around so long and I'm so grateful for that. Okay, so number 1, this is a very, very effective one, guys. If you notice every time you eat, you get sleepy, no matter what foods you eat, right? It's like, think about Thanksgiving dinner. Every time you eat, you're getting Thanksgiving dinner on a smaller level because you're just not eating that much, or maybe you are. But I would say, guys, intermittent fasting. For the simple reason that when you're not putting food in your body, that is so energy demanding, guys. That is why most people are so sluggish. You think you need to eat for energy. Food actually makes the body kind of weak, quoting Kevin Gates, as soon as you do eat it, right? It's gonna take days to process and turn into energy levels for a lot of foods, okay? So I would say intermittent fasting is a massive, massive help for energy levels. So me personally, me and my fiance, we usually don't eat before 6 p.m., something around there. Sometimes it's 10 p.m. But we just really eat before bed, and our energy levels are so much higher throughout the day for that. And if you notice, when your energy levels are higher, your happiness is typically higher as well. Okay, guys, and the very last bonus tip I have for you guys is the first thing in the morning when you wake up, get sunlight in your eyes. Now, don't get the artificial lights in your eyes, guys. That's not nearly going to be as much, even if it's a super cloudy day and it's snowing. Even that sunlight is going to get more benefits for you than artificial light. So always go for any natural sunlight and get it in your eyeballs, okay? Don't look directly at the sun, but look right here and let the sun beam on your eyeballs. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. So I'm going to give you all 9 of these tips in order, so you know the order of importance, what's the most important, what works the best in my experience, and then what is probably the least important, okay? All right, guys, so here is my list in order if you had to choose, guys. Now, this is going to be the tough one because I know, guys, no one wants to do it. So if not, just go ahead and skip to number 2 because that's still going to get you in the right direction. But number 1, guys, is going to be working out. If even, guys, literally 10 minutes a day, that's enough, okay? The more high intensity intervals you can do with no rest between sets with weights where you're huffing and puffing and it feels like cardio, that in my opinion is by far the best thing you can do for not just weight loss, but for your brain chemistry as well, in my experience. And the lowest thing you can do that works really, really well would be cardio. But you don't want to do just weights and rest between the sets. That'll be okay, but it's so suboptimal compared to the other 2. Okay, hope that helps. Number 2, guys, I know this is another weird one, but I would say actually intermittent fasting. Fasting, you're going to see that your energy levels go up almost instantly. And that's when people start feeling anxiety and it makes them want to eat so they can slow their physiology down a little bit. But as long as you can kind of just ride through it for a couple of days, guys, it gets really nice. You can choose whatever 8 hours throughout the day you like, or 6 hours or anything less. My fiance likes to do 2 to 3 hours. I like to do about 6 to 7, 8 hours. But whatever you enjoy, the shorter the window, the better. But don't think of this as an eating disorder, guys. There's a lot of amazing research showing how effective and amazing fasting is and how it cleans your cells and repairs your body. It makes you so much healthier than eating all the time. We're just conditioned to that. It's not the healthiest thing to eat all the time. So I would try number 2. Number 3, guys, is going to be Wim Hof deep breathing. That stuff freaking works, okay? The breathing works and you don't even have to move. You can sit in your couch. You can at least do that, guys. You can at least sit right here and spend 2 to 5 minutes just doing a few deep breaths while you watch your favorite TV show, sure, right? That's all I have to say about that. Number 4, guys, is movement. Move as much as you can throughout the day. Don't have your spouse do anything for you. Just move, 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 move. Watch how much happier you feel, guys. That is a massive one for me, guys. It's massive for me in my experience. We'll see how massive it is for you. Please let us know in the comments below. But that's my 2 cents on that. Okay, guys, number 5, the one that I really wish wasn't true, is don't eat dry foods, eat water-dense foods, guys, if you can, okay? Eat as little water-dense foods as humanly possible and watch how much better you start to feel almost instantly. It's like magic. It's amazing. So try it out. All right, guys, number 6 is cold showers, guys. I know it sounds scary. I know it sounds intense. Just start turning the knob down very slowly. You can start hot. But I would start like not burning hot, but I would just get my body temperature warm. And then you can either go straight for it toward the end, or you can gradually start going, whatever's more comfortable for you guys. But just get as cold as you can. Hang out there for 30 seconds to 2 minutes. If you can break 2 minutes, that's freaking awesome. But 30 seconds is enough to shock the system and kind of get you some of those benefits. You should feel an endorphin rush. And remember, like, we want to feel better, right? You should feel better right after. So if that gives you some incentive, go ahead and try it out. I hope you enjoy it and let me know how cold that you were able to go and for how long in the comments below. 7, guys. Now, don't let the number 7 of priority make you think that this is an insanely important, guys. Do not sit when feeling sluggish. Guys, this is so important. Oh my gosh, I don't care if it's number 7, guys. It's so freaking important. Do not sit when you're feeling sluggish. Do the opposite of what your body wants to do, because your body's already not doing what you want it to do. You want it to be active and feel good so that you can feel more happy. Well, don't let your body get in the way. You got to do the opposite of what it wants to do, because what it wants to do is not helping you in your happiness goal. So that's my 2 cents on that one. And guys, number 8 is just physically doing the things you don't want to do physically. Again, it's all kind of the same concept of just move, 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 and move. And move, and move. All right, guys, and number 9 is also one of the bonus clips, guys, and it's just getting the sunlight in your eyes. And again, don't think because this is number 9, it's not that important. Guys, the sunlight, you'll feel endorphins hit you almost right away when you've been inside all day. Just go to a window. I just stand up by a window. I watch one of my YouTube episodes of Gary Vee or Sit Guru or someone like that that really makes me feel good, because I'm starting my day with something like positive, get me in the right direction. But I would say absolutely, guys, go ahead and get some sunlight in there. And then also, you can also just listen to music while you're doing that. Music has an amazing way of making you feel like moving at times. So I would say it's a great sign if you feel like dancing when you're listening to music. You're probably in a pretty good mood and you're probably doing something right. So think about what you did to get that kind of level of energy and happiness. And I hope that helps. Until then, guys, I hope this was a very informative and helpful episode. And I really, really hope it's brought you some value, guys. There's a lot of things that's probably not on the internet. These were just in my experience in my life. So I cannot wait to hear what you guys think about it. And if anybody has tried all 9 of these things, technically 10, I guess, with the music, then please let me know what your experience was, as I would love to know which one worked for you, which one didn't, so that we can all work together to try to hit that goal of finding the ultimate happiness and the best experience of life we can possibly reach. Okay? Thank you guys so very much for listening. I am your host, Joshua McCray, and I cannot wait to see you on the very next episode. Peace.